A few years ago, when I launched my very first website, I had a really hard time getting customers. I had no clue how to sell anything. So I contacted a successful guy who owned a few online businesses and asked him to review my website and tell me if there was any obvious reason why I wasn't making any sales. I got lucky. He saw my message and replied, "Hey Ali Reza, I checked out your website. You don't even have contact form on there. No one's gonna trust you like that. At the very least, add one of those green buttons. It might help." That same night, after checking out thousands of websites, I finally realized that by green button, he meant the WhatsApp chat button, the one you see on so many websites. From that night on, every time I build a new website, the very first thing I add is that chat with us button in the core. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how to add WhatsApp button on WordPress websites. Hey, I'm Ali Reza, and if you've got an online business like me and you wanna boost your sales, build trust, and just make your site better overall with one simple green button, stick around. I'm gonna show you two different ways to add a WhatsApp chat button to WordPress. The first method is super simple. No plugin, no fancy tools, just basic stuff. And by the end, you will have something like this. A green chat button that lets people message you directly. You can even set up a pre-filled message so they don't have to type anything themselves. And the second method, that one's way cooler. You can design something way more eye-catching, something that actually encourages people to message you, like these two examples here. But for that, you'll need two plugins. Notifal and Elementor. With the second method, you also get detailed analytics. You can see how many people saw the chat button, how many ignored it, how many clicked on it, and more. For example, you could even do something like this. Show a message telling people they'll get 30% discount if they pre-order via WhatsApp within the 24 hours. Next 24 hours. Personally, I recommend totally the second method. It just gives you more flexibility and better results. But if you just want a simple, no-frills chat button and don't care too much about the extra features, I'll still walk you through the basic versions too. Before we jump in, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Creating content like this takes time and effort, and your support means a lot. Also, on this channel, I share tips on boosting website sales, engagement, and other tutorials related to WordPress, WooCommerce, Elementor, and more. So if that's something you're into, go ahead and subscribe. Alright, let's get into it. So to set up a simple WhatsApp button, all you need to do is head over to this website. It lets you customize everything the way you want. And in the end, it gives you an HTML code that you can place on your site. The first thing it asks for is your WhatsApp number. Basically, the number you want your customer message you want. Next, you can write a default message. This is what pops up in the chat box when someone clicks the button. They don't need to type anything themselves. They just hit send. Then you choose where the button should show up, left or right of the screen. You can also pick the size, big or small. If you turn off this next button, the little pulsing animation on the button will be disabled. Here, you can customize the button text. If you leave it blank, it will just show the WhatsApp icon. For example, I write something like "let's chat." There is also an option to set a tooltip. That little message that pops up when someone hovers over the button. And make sure you turn on the last option. So when someone clicks the button, WhatsApp will open in the new tab and they don't get redirected away from your website. Once you're done, click the generate button. If everything's good, a pop-up will appear with the HTML code that you need to add at your website. Just copy that code. Now you'll need to add this HTML code into the body section of your website using your child tab. To do that, go to the header.php file inside your child tab. Scroll to the bottom and paste the code there. Then save the file. If you've never done this before, it's a good idea to back up your website first, just in case something goes wrong, or you can ask a developer to help you out with it. Once everything's in place, go ahead and check your site. Click on button and make sure everything works the way it should. Now, let's get into the second method. For this one, you'll need the Notifal plugin and Elementor. Even if you don't have Elementor, you can still use this method. You'll just have a few limitations. First things first, you'll need to install and activate the Notifal plugin on your website. Just go to your WordPress dashboard. From the left menu, click on plugins, add new plugins. Then search for Notifal. Once you find it, go ahead and install and activate. After activating, you will see a new Notifal section in your left-hand menu. click on Notifs. Now, to give you a better idea of what Notifal actually does, it basically lets you display all kinds of notifications to your website visitors. Stuff like recent sales, discounted products, lowest stock alerts, custom messages, and more. But here's the cool part. With Elementor template, you can create any kind of notifications you want, like this one here. It's a user sign up pop-up that's no matter where they are on the page. Or this one, a newsletter sign up notification. And yeah, you can create literally thousands of other use cases like that. Now on this page, you'll see a bunch of ready to use notifications that most people use. You can activate them as they are, or you can tweak them to fit your style. But since you are here to create a WhatsApp chat notification, click on Add Notif button at the top of the page to create a new one from scratch. Once you click on Add Notif, you'll land on Settings page. There are 4 sections here and we will go through them one by one. In the General section, you can set the Notif status, Notif title, and target products. The Notif status is whether the notification is active on your site or not. For now, we will turn it off so we can set everything up without going live. We will turn it on later once we are done. Next, give your notification a name. This is just for you. Users won't see it, so you can find it later if you need. I'll call mine something like WhatsApp chat button. Now about target products. In some notifications, like who recently bought something or if a product is low in stock. In this section, you decide whether the notif is related to a product or not. Since our WhatsApp button has nothing to do with products, you'll set it to no product. Once you finish the General settings, hit save. The page will refresh and we will move on to the visual section. We're gonna skip source tab for now. We will come back to it a bit later. Alright, now let's dive into the visual section. So the first thing you're gonna see here is the Notifal template setting. If you don't have Elementor on your website and just wanna show a basic notification with a button, no worries. Just pick up one of the default templates you see here. Now scroll down a bit and you'll see 4 fields. These let you customize the text however you want. For example, in the main text field, I'm just gonna type my message. I'm not gonna touch the additional info fields. And for the action button, this is where we will drop our WhatsApp link. Head over to this website. Type your WhatsApp number and your pre-written message. Click on Generate WhatsApp link and then hit Copy link. Back in the Action button section and paste that copied link into the href. You can also change the button text to whatever you like. Once you've personalized all the text, scroll down again to the display options. Go ahead and turn off the additional info 1, additional info 2, and the product image. We don't need them for this one. Now, these template settings are perfect for people who don't use Elementor and don't want to design anything from scratch. But if Elementor is installed on your website, you'll see another section here called Elementor Notifal template. Notifal Elementor template. Click on Add New Template. Once you're in, now it gets fun. You can design your template however you want. Add buttons, images, text, timers, and whatever you feel like. Just like the one I made here. That said, there are a few things you definitely want to keep in mind. First of all, make sure to set a fixed width to your template. I usually recommend somewhere between 300 to 350 pixels, so it doesn't take up the whole screen and annoy your users. Second, if your template is a bit on busy side like mine, make sure to include the Notifal close icon widget, so people can easily close the notification if they want. Again, it's all about user experience. And the last but not least, when you're adding your button inside the template, remember to paste that WhatsApp link you generated earlier into the button link field. Otherwise, it won't work. And if you're not really into designing stuff and you think one of the 3 templates I made could work for you, I'll drop the download links for all 3 in the description. Just unzip the file, go to your WordPress dashboard, head over to the templates section, and click on import template at the top of the page. Then just upload the file. Once your template either built or imported, go back to your Notifal notification settings. Refresh the page so your template shows up here. Now just a heads up, what you see here might look a little different from what you designed in Elementor, but no worries. What your visitors will see is exactly what you designed. Go ahead and select your template and make sure to turn on the setting that hide the notification once someone closes it, so it doesn't keep popping up and annoy the visitors. And skip the other option you see here. It's not relevant to this kind of notif, so we are just gonna ignore it for now. So here you just need to pick where exactly on the screen you want your notif to show up and set how far it should be from the edge. Then we move down to the animation and display timing section. This is where you can set how notif should show up and set the other settings in the visual section, all based on your own style and preference. Now go to the source section and turn both options off. We don't need them for this. Next is display conditions. This is where you get to decide on which page this notif should appear and where it shouldn't. So go ahead and set that however you want. Finally, we head back to the general tab. Turn on the notif status and don't forget to hit save. And that's it. Your notification is now live on your website and it should be visible to your users. Alright, we added a WhatsApp chat button to the website, but more importantly, you have Notifal set up on your website, which means you can create unlimited custom notifs that boost your sales, increase engagement, build trust, and so much more. In the video we shared earlier, we showed a couple of examples that helped grow newsletter subscribers and sign up. Feel free to check them out and apply them to your own site. And just one last thing, which is actually really important. Don't let your notifications go to waste. Be creative with them. This is still a fresh idea and not many people are doing it yet. In product creation, being first doesn't always mean being the best, but in strategy and execution, the first ones usually win the most. Thanks a lot for sticking with me till the end. If you haven't already liked this video, now is a great time. I appreciate you for that. And if you got a cool idea you think we can build with Notifal, drop it in the comments. We will definitely try it out in one of the next video. Catch you in the next one.